Hey guys, Realtor Adele, your favorite realtor and investment property strategist. Welcome to the monthly housing market report where we discuss home prices and appreciation, mortgage interest rates, housing affordability, and current real estate trends. We also take a look at the economy, job market, rate of inflation, and whatever else may be going on globally or politically that may impact the way we buy and sell real property. In this first month's report of 2025, not only will we discuss our usual topics, we're also going to expand on housing market expectations for the year ahead. Let's begin. The National Association of Realtors reported that existing home sales improved by 4.8% nationally for the second consecutive month in December. That resulted in an 8-month high. Sales were up by 6.1% compared to the same time last year, and that is an increase that marks the largest year-over-year increase since 2021. As more inventory hits the market and we prepare for the peak selling season of spring, new home builders will no doubt be ramping up new construction. However, most markets will remain a seller's market, while some markets such as Miami and the surrounding areas will be a buyer's market. And some are already experiencing that transition due to increased said inventory. This tells us that homes that didn't sell during the fall and winter season of 2024, those homes are still on the market, and then with the additional inventory, then that just adds to the volume, thus resulting in a more of a buyer's market in some markets. On the flip side, overall buyer demand remains healthy. This chart shows total home sales over the last 5 years, so between 2019 through 2024. Total home sales remain pretty much steady year over year. And if we break that down, you can see that in 2019 there was a total of 6 million units or homes sold. That number increased by 500,000 in 2020. A year later, there was another increase of total home sales by 400,000. 2022, total home sales declined across the board by over 1 million. This was due to skyrocketing home prices and overinflated mortgage rates. As a result, the market stalled. Some home buyers were priced out of the market due to the fact that purchasing a home became unaffordable. 2024, total home sales decreased by another 200,000. Fast forward to 2025, and the outlook for total home sales are projected to be just over 5 million units. When it's all said and done, this projection is based on the fact that the market has pretty much stabilized in regard to home prices, and there is the expectation that mortgage interest rates will decrease as the year unfolds. So those home buyers that took a back seat when the market peaked will likely re-enter the marketplace. Here we can see home price increase percentage or percentages state by state, and this is over the last 5 years up until Q3 of 2024. So as you go through all of the various states, you can see how much home prices have changed, I would say increased, in all 50 states. That may be 50 plus, but you can go through the various states and see what those numbers are. The national average for home price increase over the past 5 years is 57.4%. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing in real property, being aware of the current market conditions is super important. It provides insight on how you should proceed when navigating the terms of a real estate contract. When there are more homes for sale than there are buyers, it is considered a buyer's market. This results in lower home prices, longer time on the market, and more negotiating power for buyers since sellers are more motivated during these conditions. When there are more active buyers than there are available homes for sale, these conditions create competition amongst buyers and drive home prices up. It is considered a seller's market in this scenario, and sellers have the advantage. A balanced market is when neither party has the advantage in the transaction, resulting in pretty much an even playing field. If you have a home or investment property that you're thinking of selling, or if you're just curious about its current value, scan the QR code for an instant estimated home or property valuation. Now, the results are based on a combination of actual home sales within a certain radius of your home or property. The platform knows nothing about your home or property's condition or if you've made any updates or upgraded it in any way. So, if that initial valuation seems off to you, you are able to adjust it by inserting whatever updates you may have done, or if you've renovated your home in any way. This gives you the ability to add those changes or those adjustments and upgrades. And once you do that, then the number or valuation will adjust. So this means that you have the ability to customize your home's valuation in real time by adding additional information about your property in regard to the condition of it. Of course, if you're interested in a traditional valuation, simply contact me and I will be happy to provide that for you. Here's a look at mortgage rate projections for a 30-year fixed rate. And these are from a number of housing experts from the left. And we're going to go down the orange bars. We have Redfin, Core Logic, Wells Fargo, MBA Mortgage Bankers Association, Fannie Mae, Moody's Analytics, Bright MLS, Realtor.com, and the National Association of Home Builders. And we can see that those rate predictions range from 6.12 through 6.8%. And the average of all nine of these housing experts is 6.36%, is where rates are projected to settle as 2025 unfolds. Let's take a look at housing market trends for Metro Atlanta. And this is for single family detached. Pending sales were at 2224. Closed sales 3,350. Days on market 46. Average sales price $542,591. Percent of list price received 98%. and month supply of inventory 2.9. So a few slides ago, we determined what made a buyer's market or a seller's market, and the inventory would be that indicator. So for single family detached, we have just under 3 months supply, which tells us that the market for single family is that of a seller's market. For attached homes, pending sales 603, actual closed sales 926, days on market for attached 51, average sales price $419,990, percent of list price received 98.2%, month supply of inventory 3.9. 25, we can expect home prices to remain stable in most markets. The phrase comes to mind, for every action there's a reaction. It's no different in housing. So if there are more buyers than there is available inventory, then that would put upward pressure on home prices, resulting in a seller's market. And if there is more inventory than there are active buyers, then that means that it will result in a buyer's market. It's the old economics 101 in full display, whereas the supply demand will determine whether it's a buyer's or seller's market. So the amount of inventory in regard to the amount of buyers actively looking to purchase a home, those dynamics will determine the type of market we're in. And that can vary for different neighborhoods. So one neighborhood or metro area may be a seller's market and the other may be a buyer's market. In regard to home prices will continue to appreciate, however, at a slower pace. And that simply means that the market has stabilized or normalized, if you will. We don't have that volatility that we saw in recent times, where both home prices and mortgage interest rates were over the Richter scale, were elevated, were over ambitious, were just highly increased beyond what we've seen in the past. I think the two main things in the housing market that people tend to look at, of course, are home prices and mortgage interest rates, since the two work hand in hand. You can't buy a home without financing or having financing or some sort of funding in place. So home prices are expected to remain stable, and values will continue to appreciate, but at a slower pace. In regard to mortgage interest rates, those are determined based on what's going on with the economy, the job market, what's going on in the world in terms of global conditions, political conditions. So those play a factor as well. Of course, inventory plays a huge factor, and we have seen what happens when inflation, I'm not sure if I said inventory, but inflation does play a huge factor in where mortgage rates land. So if inflation is elevated, more than likely interest rates will follow, and that happens in an effort to slow the pace, or in an effort to slow the rate of inflation. So in order to do that, rates tend to increase and follow whatever direction inflation is trending. Another outlook for 2025, we are going to see more inventory So more inventory will hit the market. I previously mentioned that new home builders, of course, they are ramping up their inventory, and they've been a welcome answer to home buyers who were not finding what they wanted in resale homes, in the resale arena. And another thing that has made new construction very, I want to say, inviting or favorable or preferred for many buyers is the fact that new home builders have been offering lower or creative financing. So they've been offering lower interest rates by way of interest rate buy downs, and thus making those homes more affordable for buyers who were actively looking to make a purchase. And that trend is expected to continue as 2025 unfolds. And another thing I'm gonna note, if you are a resale seller, like you have an existing home you're thinking about selling, you can use that same strategy and offer to buy down the interest rate for the buyer. That will give you a competitive edge with other home sellers. And I think in terms of what's expected in housing market for 2025, those are the major factors. Those are the major key players: home prices and mortgage interest rates. And then, of course, all of that, of course, will be impacted by what is going on with the economy and inflation. To recap, existing home sales improved by 4.8% nationally. Home sales were up 6.1% compared to the same time last year, making this the largest year increase since June of 2021. Nationally, home sales are expected to increase by 500,000 this year. Most markets remain a seller's market. However, the greater Miami area is already experiencing a shift to that of a buyer's market. The current rate for a 30-year fix is 6.96%. Average sales price for single family detached in Metro Atlanta, $542,591. Days on market, 46. Month supply of inventory, 2.9%. For attached homes, being condos and townhomes, average sales price, $419,990. Days on market, 51. Month supply of inventory, we're at 3.9 months. The overall housing outlook for 2025 is expected to be that of a balanced market, even though rates are still pretty much on the higher end. They are expected to decrease or balance out as 2025 unfolds. At the end of the day, we did mention that rates naturally depends on what's going on in the economy and the overall job markets, and as well as inflation. Remember that real estate is local and hyperlocal. So if you are in the market to buy, sell, or invest in real property, this is the perfect time to align yourself with a realtor that you vibe with, right? And get the accurate data in the location where the property is located. Because some markets will be a seller's market and some may be more favorable to buyers. At the end of the day, it is my goal to bring you accurate information from trusted sources so that you can make the best decisions for yourself and your families. I hope that you found value in these monthly market reports. And with that said, if you have, please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss next month's report or miss anything that I may share that can be of continued value to you. And what else? Oh, most of all, share this video with others that you feel may find value in it as well. That said, I'll see you on the next video. Wishing you a beautiful new year.